Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your people. We're back again, the fearsome foursome, the slick four, whatever you want to call us. It's the No Man Fantasy Football Podcast. The boys are back, and if you can see, we got the two other guys with us. So here we go, here we go. Hey, it's your man, it's your boy, it's the number one, it's my man, it's me, it's Mitch. What's up, Mitch? I'm great. How are you? Anyway, we got the baddest, the most dangerous, the undisputed, the unchallenged, the uncontroversial, greatest podcast co-host in the history of the world. What up, Wes? What's going on, baby?
What up, Mitch? Oh, man, I love it, baby. Mike, let's get it. Let's do it.
We're twitching right now. We're twitching. We're late. If you look down with the guy with the hat on, it's the Sultan. He's looking at the stats. He's getting ready for you, people. He ain't no joke. I can tell you. Where there's numbers, there's Los. Yo, what up, Carlos?
What up, man? Also, AKA 151. Don't forget that.
151. Remember that number, people.
That's an inside joke. Unless you're in the league with him, y'all don't
Unless
know what that
means. Right. We don't know that. But and then we got the angry man, the angriest man in podcast in history. You push his button, he's going to push you right back because he don't care like that. That's my man, Mike. What's up, Mike?
What's up, man?
Man, we got it going today, people. We got it going. So, everyone's everyone today, man. We got, we got the podcast going. So as we always do, we're gonna hit you with the Are You Serious? We got some stuff to talk about. First and foremost, we want to say shout out to Tiger Woods. Hope you're doing better, brother. Unfortunately, a little car accident today. The latest I heard from ESPN is that he had some crushed legs and he had a shattered ankle. So we don't really know what that was. He had the surgery done. I myself had reconstructive ankle surgery from a crushed ankle, so I understand what it is. But shout out to the Tiger Woods and his family, little Charlie, the whole fam. Hope you get better soon.
Yeah, all well.
Talk about it, fellas. I mean, you guys are golf fans and sports fans. What are you thinking?
No, it sucks, man. I'm sorry, Mike. I'll let you go because I know you're the professional, but let me just jump in real quick. Tiger Woods, dude, he made me pick up the clubs, man. Like I said, I know his impact is probably bigger than me, but I think culturally, I know for me, he's the reason I picked up a golf club. I'm probably tearing up now, but because that's my dude. But he's the reason I picked up a golf club and started swinging. I saw someone like me playing golf.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I can't make it any plainer than that, he's the reason I picked up golf clubs. So I'm kind of a little sad now that my dude is hurt, but hopefully a good recovery there.
Hey, maybe he's watching the podcast, make him feel better. I mean, that's what I would do.
Hey, I've never played golf in my life. I just bought my first set of used golf clubs, but Tiger Woods is the reason I ever heard of golf. Like, to be honest, I mean, I hope he feels better. He's just an icon in itself.
Yeah.
But and in sports, all of us have played it. When you get hurt, it's just coming back from challenges.
Mm-hmm. Right. Hey, shout out to the bald ginger, my man Lucas. He's watching the podcast. What up, Luke? Anyway, go, Mike.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, it is a terrible tragedy, and hopefully this isn't the end of his career. But if it is, he's going to end being tied with Sam Snead for 82 wins, the most all time.
That's incredible in its own, dude. I mean,
yeah, I was one record I was kind of sure that he was going to break, but hopefully, you never know. Hopefully, it's something he comes back from. It's eerily familiar. We were talking about this earlier to Ben Hogan. What happened to him in the early '60s, and but in Ben's case, he came back from it and, ended up being great again. In Ben, he was in the prime of his career. He was 36 years old,
right,
and the best player in the world. And Tiger, unfortunately, is a lot older, coming right off of this back surgery. So, it's a scary thing, and it's a terrible, terrible thing, really, for golf fans like me. Mitch, I used to be assistant golf professional at a lot of courses down here in South Florida. So golf is a very game that's near and dear to me. And,
absolutely.
Tiger transcended the game. He changed the game completely. People don't realize they had to change golf courses because of him, the Masters included.
Right. No, that's
they
crazy,
changed that golf
dude.
course because he destroyed it. He was hitting
Right.
wedges into the par fives when
Yeah.
all these other guys were trying to reach with 3-woods. It was ridiculous. It was, yeah. So,
well,
for those that don't know,
and that's the
I
thing.
just found out.
I mean, he helped a lot. It's a lot of people. I mean, it wasn't a young man's game when he started. You know, it was still an older man's game, and he got a whole generation to want to learn how to play golf because it made golf cool. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real.
He brought a lot of non-golf fans into the game, is what he did. A lot of people that weren't fans of golf that just wanted to see Tiger Woods play. And if you've ever been to an actual, which I have, tournament, and if you see Tiger Woods, it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The crowd that surrounds him is everybody at the golf course is there around Tiger Woods.
Well, look at that scene. Look at that scene in Augusta when he was walking to 18. I mean, he had like thousands of people following him. I mean, it's like on some Beatles shit.
Was there. Yeah,
it's on some Beatles shit.
His gallery is ridiculous. Like,
so
the one time I went to a golf event when he was there, like I didn't even, and he's my dude, I didn't even mess with him because his gallery is so ridiculous. Yeah. I hung out with Vijay Singh because his gallery is a little smaller. I can get to see Vijay. I was like, okay, cool. I know you. But I was like,
what you have to do, the trick is Wes, is you get ahead of him. Then you sit at a hole in a good spot. And then the madness comes around.
Or you give VJ your piece of paper and say, hey, can you get Tiger to sign this for me? You get Tiger to get this done for me? Well, check this out, man. I mean, look, that's what this podcast is all about. Again, people, we're live on Twitch. If you don't know, you better know. You better ask somebody. We're live right now. And so we talk about anything on the podcast. It's called a fantasy football podcast, but we're going to talk about everything. Baseball. Next week, this is breaking news just in. We're going to be doing a March Madness because it'll be March and it's mad. We're going to be doing a podcast about the bracket. We'll do a bracketology. We've all played the brackets before. Carlos and Wes are our specialty guys on college basketball. Mike and I are right there with them, but we're gonna, this is gonna be their show, and we're gonna break down the brackets and kind of go down what we think. We got everything going. Shout out to the interns, to Lucas and to Sammy.
Interns.
Those are our peoples putting this all together. Without them, we ain't nothing. We ain't nothing. So hit the email box, the nomanfantasyfootball@gmail.com, and let's get it popping, people. Let's get twitching. This is what we do. This is what people wanted to see. They wanted to see us live. Look, the studio's under construction. See, look, we're falling apart all over the place, man. We're under construction. It's live here, baby. You never know what's gonna happen. But as we kick off every show, and just because we live on Twitch, we ain't gonna stop.
Luka.
We're gonna talk about some.
Oh, sorry, Mitch.
See. Let me explain what's going on, people.
Way to go, Luka!
We got Wes and Carlos, like I said, are our basketball guys, right?
Why we clapping? I'm clapping because you clapping.
They're football guys
watch
too.
The Boston game, player. Look at that.
I'm live right now. I'm live. I can't be watching.
Luka the Don, baby. Luka the Don.
Wes is watching basketball right now and not focused on his podcast and duties.
I'm with you.
So his paycheck may be a little bit smaller this week, but that's okay. But like I said, we're going to start off, as we always do, with Are You Serious? There's a lot of stuff going on in the NFL right now. Even if you don't think so, there's always something going on, right? So my Are You Serious today are to all you contenders. Are you going to be a contender or a pretender? Because there's a guy out there right now, and we talked about him last week, okay, and J.J. Watt. And I had a lot of time to think about this and do some research on this, right? I'm going to say that J.J. probably has about a good 3-4 years left in his tank, okay, of like high energy J.J. Watt kind of shit, right? I'm tired of reading these weird reports. He's going here, he's going there. I want to see someone move. Like, we just had a weird season, the COVID season, another Tom Brady winning season, you know, and there's teams that are on the cusp, especially that need that defensive help. Where the hell are you at, people? Call his agent. Again, I'm going to say this. He's a Wisconsin boy. Why the Packers are not on the phone with him right now, locking him down is beyond. I know it doesn't start March 12th. Mark that date down on your calendar, people. That's the start of the new season. Okay? That's when you're going to start seeing some of these moves going. But my Bengals, get on the phone. Call J.J. Watt's agent. Call his mama. Dude, they got Subway commercials. Find this dude. Get him in the locker room now. He's a great guy. He's a great locker room guy. He's a great addition to any team out there right now. Tell me I'm wrong.
Mitch, you think he got something left in his tank?
Yes. 100%.
Yes.
Yeah, I do too. I think
I just think
the only question is whether or not he stays healthy. That's it. That's the question with him.
But that's what
I think
anybody.
he's got enough in the tank. Can he stay healthy is the real question. But I think he's still worth a gamble for sure. I agree with you 100%, Mitch. I think he's still got talent, no doubt. He needs to go to a contender, though. He can't go to, no offense to your Bengals.
So one of our live chatters here.
Go to a winner. Yeah.
Listen, one of our live chatters here is first he says Mahomes got robbed. I don't think Mahomes got robbed.
Mahomes was hurt.
Mahomes was hurt, and they had a bad game plan.
Yeah.
And then he said that the Bengals need an O-line to protect Burrow. You damn Skippy. That's why we're going with that, Sewell, whatever the hell his name is, in the first round.
Penny, yeah.
Yeah, Penny Pasta. I don't care what the hell you call him. As long as you call him a Bengal, I'm good.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a good position to lock down, too, like center for the next 10 to 12 years, and he looks to be like the guy. His brother, coincidentally, plays on the other side of the ball and could be a terror for somebody's team. But,
hey, Carlos, I want to address you though real quick. You asked me if he has anything in the tank. I mean, the guy has a motor, always has had one. Let me ask you, what did you see that you may not think he has that motor left?
He steps on a crack, he breaks his back. I mean, he's just soft, man. I mean, I'm sorry. He's good. He has a motor, but if he doesn't change his oil regularly, he's done. I mean,
yeah, but can you attest that to the team around him? That he's
been injury prone, though. He has been. That's what Carlos is saying, really. Right. In essence, he's been injury prone, and guys like him, if you can't stay on the field, then that's the way those things work out. Yeah.
Look at Sue. He's a beast, and he's always out there. Always out there. Like, he's character-wise, he's nothing like J.J. Watts. J.J. Watts is a phenomenal character,
but Sue, I think Sue was good because he had Barrett and JPP on the end, and I think that's the same thing that'll work with Watt because when Watt had Clowney, they were a bad tandem.
Yeah,
Clowney,
you're right.
Messed around in free agency. I don't even know where Clowney was last year.
Seattle.
He was in Seattle.
But Watt by himself, I don't think it's impactful. He need to be paired with somebody.
No, because then you could just double team him all day.
Exactly.
You shut him down.
Well, hey. So Luis, that's who's asking us all these questions. Yo, shout out. Yo, D-Bab Nation. He knows what that means. D-Bab. He's telling me that the Panthers are going all in on Watson. So
I told you that last week.
So wait. So Luis, you got to understand. We got a Jets fan down here in the button pusher, so I'm going to let him tell you why you're wrong. We all said that the Panthers are a good spot because they have a lot to offer, but so do the Jets. So you're going to have to fight that fight with Mike a little bit with Watson.
The real issue with the Panthers is no matter what they could possibly give up, the best pick they can give you is the 8th pick in the draft, which is just not good enough. Dude. Wait, let me speak. You asked the question, let me speak. All right, now,
Troublemaker.
There it goes, troublemaker.
That's who I am. You know what I mean? You know. So, but with the 8th pick in the draft, with the way it's going to go with all the quarterbacks and stuff, they're projecting possibly 5 out of the top 7 being quarterbacks potentially.
Woo.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. Yeah. Potentially that could happen. So, and then what are you doing at the 8th pick? Who are you getting? You know what I mean? Even if, I mean, the Patriots, they're talking about, all these people talking about the Patriots wanting Mac Jones. Well, the only way they're going to get him is they're going to have to move way up to get him. And there's no other choice, which
Carlos,
when I
what's
get
the
into
draft?
my segment later, we'll talk about like the
What's the
Jets
draft
with the number
order,
2 pick and stuff, where that comes into play with things. But, you know.
So
Carlos, who's the top 5 in the draft?
Jacksonville Jaguars, Jets, Dolphins, Atlanta, and Cincinnati.
Atlanta. Well, Cincinnati don't need a quarterback, so number 5 don't need a quarterback.
6 is Eagles, and they're talking.
So Atlanta has talked about
That's a good
trading
question.
out to give up a spot because they want to keep Matt Ryan, but they're potentially a trade out spot for a team to move up.
Okay.
Because they want to get a haul for it because they understand it. You know, the Jets as well, from what I'm hearing, is either going to be one of 2 things. It's either going to be all in on Deshaun Watson, or they might just keep Sam Darnold. If so, then they're going to trade the number 2 pick in the draft and get a haul for it, which makes sense. I mean, because Darnold is still graded better in the college, you know, how they do those rankings, right? His grading was still better than either Fields or the kid from BYU.
Zach Wilson.
Sorry. Yeah, Wilson. So he was still graded higher than them, and the way the Jets are thinking with, you know, the ineptitude of what he had, you know, offered to him with Gaze and, you know, the nonsense that was before, that it might be the best option just to stay with Darnold if they don't get Deshaun Watson. I think Deshaun Watson is the number 1 option, but that's another story.
He's the number 1 option, but, you know, again, you know, if you're the Panthers and you give up Christian McCaffrey to Houston, then I think that you could personally worry about a quarterback in free agency. You know, I mean,
but still, you don't fix your. They have so many needs. They don't have any. They don't have a 1st-round pick or a 2nd-round pick. They're already not in great cap shape. And if you trade away Deshaun Watson, are you really gonna like go for what are you gonna get in free agency available?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna get exactly. So, do you really want to go that route, or are you? I mean, if you're giving up Deshaun Watson, I think that's why I think it just makes sense to go to the Jets. That at least you're getting the number 2 pick in the draft. You can pick your kid, groom him for the future, and the Jets will give you other picks too. So you'll be able to reboost your whole, you know, draft situation, which is dire right now. And at least you can rebuild your franchise. You know, it's a win-win for both teams. I think the Jets have so much draft capital to give up that they can give up 3 number 1s. And it's weird and crazy, but if they traded Sam Darnold and got a number 1 for him, they still would have a number 1 each of the next 2 years.
Same thing with North Carolina, though, and they get McCaffrey.
Yeah, but you guys are talking about trading a running
back. No. So hey, check this out. Shout out to Zachary
running back.
Hey,
for
one of our.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Mike, one of our viewers, Zachary Nunn, he's on the baseball team. Shout out to the Carolina Blue Bloods. Shout out Zach, my boy. Nasty left-handed pitcher, by the way. Nasty.
Ooh, lefty.
Lefty. Bring it.
Nasty. But listen, he said, what about throwing – so this could sweeten the pot for the Texans. You throw Teddy and Christian and that number 8 pick and you call it a day. To me, that's a win-win.
Is that better than Quinnen Williams and the number 2 pick in the draft and the number 1 next year, a high number 1 next year, and the high number 2 this year?
Hey, but listen, you're
getting the 34th pick.
But wait, you sent me a stat. You sent me a stat.
High pick next year. I'm just saying.
But you sent me a stat that says these number 1 picks don't always fucking work out.
Well, no, you absolutely, but the value of the number 2 pick over, either way, whatever they still have versatility with it. Over the number 8 pick is just,
I would say right now. So if this was me, which it is, hi me, I'm saying the Panthers and the Jets probably to me makes the most sense. Those two teams right now. Wes, what's your thought?
The Dolphins
I've got to throw Miami in there.
Yeah.
I get Mike's point where the Jets can have the highest value draft capital that the Texans can get. Like, you probably won't get no better than the Jets this year, but like every year the draft capital changes because you don't know who's going to be the worst team, who's going to have the better pick. But this year, the Jets draft capital is better than anybody else. When you start throwing in players, i.e., Tua, Miami, McCaffrey, the Panthers, that kind of changes a little bit where, okay, I can still get 3 first rounds from any team, but now I'm getting a player. How much do I value this player that's being offered to me? Mike mentioned Quentin Williams, which is a stud. I don't know if he's on the table for the Jets. I know Miami's giving up Tua and their picks, which aren't far off from the Jets.
No.
Because they got the Texans pick, which is funny.
Yeah.
And then you got Carolina, which is giving up their best player and their pick.
Right.
Which is a lot to think about if you're the Texans. Like, okay, how do we do our restart? Do we want to restart with a running back and picks and build around that? Do we want to build around Tua and picks and build around that? Or do you just want a boatload of picks from the Jets and just start from scratch? So it's interesting how you kind of see how Texans mind state is going to be if they do this trade. Because right now they're saying they're not accepting no calls, which is BS. You accept.
They hold all the cards. They hold every single card.
Not so much, though, as much as you think. I mean, because Deshaun does have the no trade clause and all that stuff, so it kind of complicates things a bit. But I think what you hit on, Wes, is I think personally, obviously, as we know, I am biased and all that shit, but the Jets is the number 1 option, and then the Dolphins would be the number 2. Carolina, I still think, is the 3rd option there because you don't trade a running back. I'm sorry, especially one that just came off of an injury, 2 injuries. Mind you, for Deshaun Watson. I don't think Tua makes more sense, or even the number 3 pick in the draft makes more sense. Although I don't like it as much personally.
But I think
trading back for that Laramie Tunsil thing. So
I think they may with Carolina. I think they may throw in Teddy because I'm hearing Teddy right here.
Right,
he's killing social media. He's like he unfollowing everybody.
But then what are you doing there? Then you're a mediocre football team. Is that where you want to be if you're Houston?
They want Watson and to build from there.
Right, I get that.
No. So
I get Carolina's side of it totally. Don't get me wrong there.
So Mike,
I don't get the other side. Is what I'm talking. I don't get Houston. Yeah.
But right now, so you said you want to be mediocre. Here's the thing: you get Teddy, he's a body, and you could again go get someone in free agency. You could still get someone in the draft.
You have such a high. You guys are talking about getting nickels for a guy that's worth thousands. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Tom Brady came in the 6th round.
Yeah, that was a mistake. What is Tom Brady worth now is a different story, right?
But again,
everybody knows what Deshaun Watson's worth. His value
but the draft pick wise, you're focusing on the lower draft pick to get one of those guys. I mean, we could go down the list of guys over the years.
It's not just one pick, though, we're talking about.
No, I understand that.
We're also talking about giving away Quentin Williams, who was the 3rd pick in the draft, who's looking like the next Aaron Donald. So it's not just, I'm not just giving away. No, don't kid yourself. His stats were better than Aaron Donald's last year. But look, so you can look at me as crazy as I am.
Look at McCaffrey.
Producing running back.
2,000.
That's Marshall Faulk territory. McCaffrey. I know he's hurt.
No, it's way different when you're giving up the number 2 pick and they can get either Justin Fields or Zach Wilson out of it.
Mike, we're going to be back and forth.
Right,
on this.
right. We could go on this forever.
I love you, brother.
That's fine.
I love you because I know we're going to go back and forth.
That's fine.
See, people.
But I'm saying, though, who are you getting with the 8th pick in the draft with Carolina? Well, who are you drafting?
Me.
It's not a quarterback.
Carlos.
It's up to what Houston needs. Like I said, we've already broken down the rookie quarterbacks, and we've already decided that the top 5 quarterbacks for the rookies aren't going to go 1 through 5. So They may fall to 10. So that leaves Houston in a spot they can take that dude from Alabama, Mac
Jones.
He's not falling there.
What about the kid from BYU?
They've already said it's not going to happen. Atlanta's already looking to trade out because the Patriots are willing to sell the farm.
Atlanta trade up. What you can't. What you got? Lawrence, Fields, the BYU dude, and Matt Jones.
Trey Lance
from North Dakota State.
North Dakota State. Yep.
Like
Trey Lance is probably next on the list, though.
You know, like
Yeah, but
that's who you can get is Trey Lance.
Hey, look,
That's
my
who you're looking
Bengals aren't taking a quarterback, so that's one of the top 6 picks.
That's the only one, really, though.
But whatever. But no,
For sure, that's a lock.
Look, if Miami's not going to make a trade with Houston, then they still got Tua. They're not going anywhere. So that's another quarterback position open.
That's not necessarily true either.
Come on.
From what I hear,
They are not going to draft a quarterback and replace
Probably
Tua.
not.
It's only going to be if they get Watson. Period.
Probably. I think they're all in on
But here's
Watson
the curveball of it all. It's the Houston fucking Texans. They're as dumb as the ashtray my cigarettes sit in.
Well, this is true. We don't know what they're going to do.
mean,
Let's
call that as it
they're
is.
still in denial, right? So, I mean, they got to get past that stage first.
So no matter which one makes sense the most, guess what? Houston ain't thinking that way.
True.
They're like, hey, I wonder if Kirk Cousins is available. Like, serious? Like, come on now. I mean, look, this is what Are You Serious does, people. For all you Twitchers out there that are joining for the first time, we get fired up during the Are You Serious. So, because I always say this, hey, yo, Randy Moss, guess what? You just got mossed by Are You Serious? Because we're the best in the world. This is the best segment on any channel, on any TV show, anything. Are you serious? You better realize, people. So look, we that was great. And we could go on for hours. I'm trying not to, man. We could go on for hours about it because look, Mike. The one thing that I think we're all saying, including yourself, obviously, is that it makes sense for the Jets. It does, but it also makes sense for the Panthers. It makes sense for any team that has something to offer, right?
Yeah, sure.
But you got to look at it from what they're building around. They don't have a team anymore. Like that Houston Texans team is a shambles from top to bottom. Like their number one guy right now, outside of Deshaun Watson, who's still there but has 2 feet out the door, like a foot and a half out the door, is David Johnson. Now you talk about Carlos. You talk about stepping on a crack and breaking your back. That guy sneezes and has multiple contusions on every portion of his body. Okay, and so they got to get rid of him immediately. Like they like, look, we got $5 that we'll give you. You take this guy off of our hands. And again, you never know. A guy like David Johnson could succeed somewhere else that actually has an offensive line. The problem I see is this: is no matter who the Texans get, it's going to be the David Carr story all over again. He's going to spend time on his back the first year because they have nothing. So that leads me back to the Jets. If you're going to go to the Jets for that pick, you get Sam Darnold and you get the picks, and then you go after every offensive lineman that's available in the draft when your freaking pick comes. Period. And that's the only way. But again, it's the Texans. They're stupid, and they won't make that happen.
No, and they could very well do that trade. The Jets would give them the number 2 pick as well, probably, I would assume. So that's also nice, maybe your boy Sewell's not on the board for you, buddy.
Watch yourself, buddy. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No,
if that
and look, they've talked about that. They talked about that Sewell may not be on the board.
Yeah.
So the Bengals, hey, shout out to Hobbs. He's the Bengals reporter. I love this dude. Watch him all the time. He's talking about that if Sewell, because 2 years ago, I'll never forget this day. It lives in infamy for me. I was in Orlando. We were at Universal Studios, the family. We were at some Mexican restaurant. Don't remember what it was. Fucking food was terrible. Atmosphere was great. But we were watching a draft, right?
Azteca.
And I've been saying, no, it wasn't. I wish it was Azteca, because Azteca's the shit. But anyway, we're watching the draft.
You like Azteca?
And I love Azteca.
God, that food sucks.
You got a bad attitude. Listen.
Oh, we live.
I mean, I'm Hispanic. I can say more about that.
Valid. Okay, I'll give it to you. But hey, I like Azteca. We'll talk about Azteca in the next segment. Hold on. So the Bengals had the number 10 pick, right? And for months they were screaming Devin Bush, Devin Bush, Devin Bush, Devin Bush. The fucking Steelers traded up to the number 9 pick and took Devin Bush. So the Bengals plan, if they can't get Sewell, they're going after Pitts from Florida at tight end. That's almost ingrained right now. But
Really? You kicking Brad Sample to the curb?
yeah, hey, shout out to Off Danny. Whoever Off Danny is, he likes Azteca too. So screw you, Carlos. Hey,
what's up, Danny's credentials?
Danny, are you Spanish? Let us know. Hey, he's Hispanic too, so he got you on that
Nice.
one.
Okay.
Hey, and Sammy loves and Sammy loves Azteca. She's
So then I'm in. Azteca is the shit.
Wait. So
There you go.
Wes is we went to Azteca for Sammy's birthday. Wes orders a freaking cheeseburger.
Wow. That's like going to a burger. That's like going to a burger spot and ordering a hot dog.
I'm real picky, dude. I'm real picky.
Told you Azteca sucks.
Azteca's the bomb, yo. Mike, Azteca. Well, no. Hey, you know what? It's funny. They have another one here called Don Pablo, and that's their like sister company. I always say that their food tastes better anyway sometimes. But
I'd rather do Don Julio.
Don Julio's not. He's nice. I like Don Julio. Hey, as long as you don't say Chipotle. No. Look, Chipotle. No cap. You suck.
I love Chipotle.
We are trying to get sponsors.
I know, but Chipotle's garbage, dude. I'd rather eat Taco Bell than fucking Chipotle.
Wow.
Do I have to put a sticker over this?
Oh, wait. Wes, he got contraband, dude.
Oh,
Look what he got. Yo, there's no Coca-Cola allowed. There's no Pepsi allowed on this podcast, buddy. It's Coca-Cola.
Why? What happened? I didn't get the memo.
I know, but Jen's gonna have a heart attack. She sees a can of Pepsi. She's not gonna be your friend anymore, dude.
Yeah, I went through that.
Man, put me on. I don't want to get ousted.
That's funny.
Oh, I'm sorry. So now Off Danny likes Chipotle too. I mean, I don't know what we're going on here, people.
All right.
But yeah. So I'm glad we're talking about a quarterback, right? We're talking about Deshaun Watson. And real quick, shout out to I Am Athlete. If you haven't watched their podcast, it's Brendan Marshall, Ocho Cinco, Fred Taylor, and Shannon Crowder. They're on. It's on YouTube. One of the best podcasts I've ever watched in my life. Straight up and down, great. They just had Cam Newton on there. If you don't like Cam Newton, if you're not a Cam Newton fan, this may make you a Cam Newton fan. Keeping it real. Cam actually he killed it. He was honest. I loved everything he had to say. He's a good dude, man. And I'll tell you, the fedora he was rocking was very impressive. Very impressive. But anyway.
Did he say he was rich though?
No, but he talked about real shit. Like he talked about like
real talk on that
like his instead of going out and buying all this expensive stuff and stuff, make it yourself. Go with your own style. Like he talked about spending time in Paris. But one of the most things that he talked about, what I like, he talked about, supporting Black-owned businesses. It's about time that, if you're an African American and you are rich in the community, you should be, going back to these businesses that are Black-owned to support them. He goes, and that's not only where I shop. Like he goes, I shop everywhere. He goes, but he made me laugh. He goes, because he mentioned he was from Atlanta like 10 times. Look, I'm from Atlanta. I'm from, like Wes and I do. We're from Brooklyn. You know, you do that all the time. But he said, you know what gets me about some of my people though? He goes, they walk in. You don't see them walk into Prada and Gucci and Coach and be like, yo, go to the counter and be like, yo, what's up? Hook me up with a discount. He goes, so don't do that in my store. If I'm a black owner, don't go into my store and be like, yo, because Brandon Marshall, I love Brandon Marshall. Brandon Marshall was like, look, homie, don't send me a hat. I don't want you to send me a hat. I want to buy a hat from you. I want to support your business. But yo, shout out to the I Am Athlete boys. If you know them, tell them to watch the podcast. The killer interns. The killer interns. Sammy's killing it because she's reaching out to them, and we're gonna get one of them. We're gonna get Brandon on the show. I promise you. Nice. But we're talking about quarterbacks, right? And going into this next season, you know, I just want to see where we think some of the guys' heads at. So, Mike, I'm gonna start with you. I want you to give me one or two quarterbacks that you're looking into this next season coming in, and expectations, whether it be higher, the same. You know, are they? Is it too much? Like, just give me two guys who's on your brain.
All right, one is plain and simple. It's the whole Dak situation, right? You know, what's gonna not only go on with him contract-wise, is he gonna franchise tag, which I think that's probably what's gonna happen for one more year, but I'm not sure. Or, you know, and it's also, you know, he's coming off of a serious leg injury. You know, this is a big deal that people aren't even talking about. You know, it's not just that, you know, and he wants a long-term deal now, especially coming off this injury. So is he going to want to be franchise tagged? I think probably not. He's probably going to want Dallas to pay him, which is what he's wanted all along, right? And everything I'm hearing is it's got to be at least $40 million is what he's asking. The franchise tag is 37.7 for him this year. It went down a little bit because of the salary cap thing that we know about, right? But still, it kind of makes sense for them to pay him at least $40 million under contract if they do that. So, yeah, you know, it's a big question mark, especially, you know, once again, with the injury, you know, that's another thing to consider if you're Dallas. You know, do you give the guy, you know, 5 years at $40 million? That's $200 million, you know? I mean, obviously there'll be, you know, contract will be worked out where maybe they don't actually have to pay him that much depending on, you know, the latter years of the contract. Right. But still, either way, it's still a lot of money to put into a guy that just, you know, had a severe leg injury. There's no doubt about it. Right. So it's an interesting part. And then my other one is Sam Darnold. What do the Jets do? Where does he go? Does he stay there? What does he end up being? You know, is he end up going to start for somebody? Is he going to be on the bench for somebody? There's so many questions around this kid. And, you know, personally, as a New York Jet fan, everything I've known about the kid, I absolutely love the kid. And I think he's just great in every way. He's handled the New York media, which is extremely difficult, if you guys don't know, very well, you know, his entire time there, while not having much success, you know, and putting it all on his own shoulders. So he's proven to be a leader, but the question is, you know, can he get it done on the field? And unfortunately, he's been in just a terrible situation with the Jets and Adam Gase. And, you know, we talked about it before where, you know, I mean, he didn't even have a quarterback's coach, right? He couldn't even audible on plays. So, you know, you don't really you have no idea what this kid can be, you know? And so I'm so interested to see, and I hope nothing but the best for him. I'm leaning towards, I don't think he's going to be a Jet, but you never know. We'll see.
Hold on, let me jump in there. And I kind of threw you guys a text. What pick is Dallas? Like, I'm 10. I'm interested if Dallas would try to sneak into this rookie draft quarterback mix and just muck it up as more than it already is. Like,
Jerry Jones, baby.
Like, just draft a rookie quarterback.
You know, and from 10, you can do that, Wes. Yeah, you know, you can jump up, and it's not going to be. You know, you're going to have to pay the price for it, but it's doable. from 10.
Like Dallas just jump in this mix. Like, okay, I want one of these 5 quarterbacks.
Hey, real quick,
Dak, you do what you gotta do.
Hey, real quick, we got a visitor about to join the Zoom meeting that wants to give us a live question. Everyone knows my man Luis. What's up, buddy?
What up, boys?
We got a live viewer from Twitch coming on the Zoom video. Wanted to just give us 2 cents. And Luis, welcome to the family. Welcome to the No Man family. Luis and I got a long history together. That's my boy. Luis, Mike, and Carlos, and Wes.
Luis, you like Azteca?
Nah,
Luis.
bro, I don't like them Tex-Mex restaurants. I go to real
this is
joints,
garbage,
bro.
dude. I get the authenticity in your voice.
Hey, hold on a
Hey,
second.
bro.
Luis, what was the place you took me to? Remember that one that we went to? Oh man, it was off of I can't remember the freaking.
It's off
road.
of Westinghouse, man. I took you
Off
to
of
La
Westinghouse.
Poblanita, bro.
Yeah,
They got good food there,
best chimichanga in the business, by the way. I'm just saying. But
Hey.
so Luis, I'm gonna hand the microphone to you. I'm gonna let you ask your question on your quarterback since we're talking about quarterbacks. He has a question for you guys about quarterbacks. Go, Luis.
Like, listen, so y'all talking about quarterbacks with a lot of pressure coming into next season. What about Matthew Stafford?
Ooh.
Not as much as people would expect. Because remember, he's coming from Detroit Lions, so he really, whatever he does here is just it's plus.
I mean, I get that, but I mean, he
I
was
gotta
in
slightly
Detroit how many
disagree with
years?
that. I think the fact that he's with the Rams and the Rams have high expectations.
Yeah.
They have high expectations for him. I
I
know
was
that
gonna say-
Stafford hasn't really proven it, but I think they have high expectations for Matthew Stafford and the Rams.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sean McVay is Super Bowl or bust kind of guy. So I think he made this deal in thinking that Matthew Stafford can take them to the Super Bowl. So I think it's a big deal, actually. I think it's a lot bigger than people are making it out to be. Because the Rams, as we know, they haven't had a first-round pick in, what is it, like they've traded away since
Aaron
7
Donald.
years
Aaron
now?
Donald, that's it.
Yeah, 7 years.
Hey, hold
right?
on.
So-
Hey, guys, not to interrupt. Hold on. I got a new one ready. I got a La Unica. I'm just saying. I just threw it in there. La Unica. So what? Who was it? Who threw me La Unica? Hold on
I'm
a
gonna
second.
come pick you up one day, bro. I'm gonna take you.
I'm
on
just
the
saying.
plane
I
to Charlotte
Dude,
Hospital.
La Unica's good, man. Hold on. Who gave me La Unica? I'm a little behind here. Bella. I think that's my daughter's friend. Yo, Bella, I rock with La Unica. We neighbors. Anyway, go back to talking football. I'm sorry, man. I'm getting hungry now.
You good, bro?
Getting hungry.
Hey, and then my other one is your boy. We always talked about him back in the.
And I'm going to answer this one first, by the way. I'm going to answer this one first. Go. Because he knows how I feel about this guy.
I
Go.
know you don't like him. It's all right, but my boy Baker, I feel like he dropped the ball, man, in the game when Mahomes went out.
You just
So
gotta
Baker got a lot of pressure.
drop Odell Beckham, and Baker's legit.
No, he's not.
Yes.
Listen. I'm going to say this. Baker has the potential, okay? He has all the potential in the world. He's not a big money, big time game guy. He's
What are
proven
you
that.
talking about? He
Dude,
just
he's proven that.
Pittsburgh.
Whatever.
No, I don't know.
I mean-
I'm 100% on the fence on this guy. I really have I
He's
don't know.
listen.
Ugh.
Ready, Luis, you ready? He's a less drunk Johnny Manziel. That's all
Oh
he is.
Lord!
Oh.
Don't do that.
He
Don't
likes
do
the
that.
commercials. He likes the fame and the glory. Okay? So let me ask you this: you want him with 2 minutes left in the game? You want him with 2 minutes left in the game to drive down and score a touchdown? Mike, yes or no?
No.
Okay, Wes, yes or no?
I'm not against Baker. I don't think Baker. Hold on. Let me clarify that. I think Cleveland's success is their team, their philosophy, run the ball, strong defense. If they got to put the ball in Baker's hands, then yeah, I can see you putting pressure on Baker. But I think Cleveland will be successful if they kind of stick with their formula, play action,
Run the
ball with Hunt and their boys, and they'll be fine. Like I see them on the come up.
Yeah,
You
but
got
I don't know.
all
I mean,
that
You got to
talent.
rely on Baker, then yeah. I don't want Baker throwing the ball 30 times. I don't
Carlos,
think
you
that's-
want him throwing the ball 30 times? You want him with 2 minutes left in the game?
No, the formula they got for the Browns, the two-headed monster, and playing off that play action and having Baker catch passes and just mixing it up. That's the game that they got to play.
Exactly.
So Luis, I'll say this to you. So let me throw this back at you. Let me throw this back at you then. So let's say they get rid of OBJ, right? Because a lot of people say he was a distraction or whatever, right? What is your expectation for him for next season, and do you sign him to a long-term deal?
I mean, I do. I mean, I think he's a franchise quarterback. I mean, he's getting better every year. He just, he messed up in the Chiefs game when they couldn't get a touchdown with Mahomes went out. They would have got that touchdown. I believe they would have won that game.
He's a Panthers.
You know who my team is?
All right, okay.
Panthers, boy.
All right. You were sounding like
dude, man.
Wait. Let me touch on what Louise was saying there, and I kind of agree with him in one way where, sometimes, it's those defining moments in this game that really make who the players are and who they're not. And he was not going to get a better opportunity than Patrick Mahomes going down in the game. And, I mean, it was right there, right.
But the dude fumbled the ball,
and he didn't get it done. He didn't get it done.
Oh, they got cheated on that.
Stop. Like I don't blame Baker for losing that game against Kansas City. He didn't win it, but I don't think he lost it.
Yeah, but he had the opportunity to win it. Is all I'm saying. It was in his hands, and he could have.
The dude dropped the ball out of the end zone. That ain't Baker's fault.
And he got hit in the head.
That too.
Right. No, look, again, I'm not blaming everything on Baker. I'm just not saying he's the. I'm not saying that like the heated.
Well, you asked the question. Yeah, do we have faith in him in the last 2 minutes? No. There's a dozen quarterbacks I can think of that I would have more faith.
The coach too.
Right
he
off
was
the
not
top of my
in the
head.
game. He didn't really make any changes.
The best thing that happened to the Browns in 20 years was Stefanski.
Oh yeah,
He looks
I
good.
agree with that.
He is a great coach. That guy he's smooth. I like everything about him. Besides being a Browns guy, being the Browns goes off Danny, go Bengals, baby. That's right. One of our viewers off Danny talking smack about my Bengals. We don't have none of that here.
I like off Danny. What's up, dude?
Yeah, the Giants fan likes off Danny. Good job, buddy. But no, seriously. Okay, so Wes, Carlos.
Yeah.
Give me your two quarterbacks. We got a special guest. We'll let him ride out with us. That's my heart.
I'll do this segment.
Garoppolo. Heading back home because there's no place like home. He never wanted to be traded to the Niners. He wanted to stay home with Daddy and be next to Dad. So he's going back home. Somehow, some way that's gonna happen. That's the quarterback that caused all the controversy with Brady leaving and winning another Super Bowl somewhere else. He's going back home, man. They're gonna make it happen. Or they're gonna draft, or the Patriots will draft Matt Jones and call it a day. But either way, I see.
Carlos, off Danny said you're a legend, by the way. I don't know if that's one of your peoples or anything. But.
Yeah, that's my boy, Off Danny. Yo,
right.
Shout out.
What up? Shout out to Off Danny, man. Welcome to the family, baby.
Yeah. And then my other one, I was gonna make fun of Wentz, but that's too easy. I'm gonna go to the GOAT, Tom Brady, and some of his magical last words. So what am I supposed to do next for the next 5 months? That's just gangster, man. Like,
I mean, he's gangster.
43.
He's the GOAT.
What
He's
can you
talking
say
so
to
much
him?
shit.
7 rings.
Yeah, well, I think that's preparing everybody for next year too. Saying,
and the second one, he said to Antonio Winfield Jr., who got the tattoo, make sure you leave some room for another one, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we talked about it.
They're not going back to back. I'm just saying. I'm throwing it.
Look.
Going back to back.
I think we need to point something out.
No, I'm going back to back, but we're talking Tom Brady.
Oh.
What's up?
I mean, they probably are going to win it again. But, I think there's something that people don't talk about where, when you're under the school of Belichick is like he seems to me like such a grumpy, like rough character. And then,
like you.
He goes to such a different character, right? Wait. Now he goes to Arians, who is like, I mean, every day is like a Saturday night party for him, right? You know what I mean? So,
Carlos.
I mean, I think Tom
Yeah, is
had
that mine?
the time of his life
Not yet, buddy.
over there in Tampa Bay. I really do. I think
I
he's
know,
having the time of his life.
Why
and
would, dude, he's in
it's
Tampa
rejuvenated
Bay.
him, you know?
Dude, Tom Brady is 43 years old, living in Tampa Bay. Look, you drive 234 more miles, you're in Boca Raton. He's ready for retirement, dog. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you know that. I mean, look, Tom Brady, he brings that winning attitude to that team, and that team is going to be like,
Dude, he looks young. He looks revised. Like Peyton Manning looked like he needed to be carted off the field every 4 downs. Like,
Yeah, that's the scary part.
you know, and then we got Tom Brady,
you know,
number 12. Like, dude, I mean, I'm a Giants fan. Everybody knows that. Who knows me? But
well, here's the thing about him too, though, Carlos. It's not like he was like ever this crazy athlete that ran around and did all these things, right? Yeah. So, but his arm strength has never changed. It's still the same.
And he's minimal with his mistakes.
The same guy, you know.
His mistakes are minimal.
Oh, he's so smart. He's the smartest guy in the field, and that's why he wins every time.
So, Zach Nunn, our favorite lefty pitcher, wants to know, does Mahomes get revenge?
No, I think Mahomes is not going to be getting another ring for a minute.
Really?
Yeah, man.
No, I don't think so either. I think if it happens again, it's going to be a who's your daddy moment type situation, and that's how it's going to be.
Look, and this is
really. I mean, if you have to ask me, I think look. I'm a New York Jets fan. Nobody hates Brady more than anybody than me. But if you have to ask me, they're going to win it again. You know, absolutely. With the team they have, the defense they have, the offensive weapons they have, it's annoying.
Tuck rule. I call it a tuck rule.
Oh Lord.
They're wrong.
All right, so Wes, you know, I'm gonna throw it to you. But by the way, off Danny, real quick, Bengals and Super Bowl. Shut up. Keep it moving. Wes, go.
All right, I'm gonna keep it brief for my guy Carr. I'm glad you off the market. Rumor has it they're going to pay you. I'm glad Gruden got his mind right with his wandering eye. But pay Carr.
He ain't loyal.
I know.
He'll put a ring on it and still be looking around.
Yeah, that's fine. But put a ring on it today, tomorrow, whatever, so I can stop hearing this nonsense. But my other quarterback was Cam Newton. We're going to go back to Cam Newton and back to I Am Athlete. Was a good podcast, but are the 32 quarterbacks better than Cam Newton?
Yeah, not the best podcast. Not the best. We're the best.
But are the 32 quarterbacks better than Cam Newton? Cam Newton kind of was feeling himself on the podcast, and I once he said it, I kind of thought about it. I was like, there probably aren't 32 quarterbacks, but they're probably about 25, but not 32. So I just want to throw that out there to you guys. Are there 32 other quarterbacks better than Cam Newton?
Hey,
yes.
Hey, Samantha Wesley says that she forgot Cam Newton even existed.
Oh, wow. Lord.
Wow.
Y'all got short memories. He got an MVP, bro.
No,
Thank you.
I didn't say I forgot. Hey, Luis, if you were listening earlier, like I said, I like the guy. I got a newfound respect for the man.
Listen, in that MVP season, he made up for so many mistakes the O-line did by extending plays. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that.
Exactly.
All they want to talk about Cam is why he dressed like Curious George, why he wearing them weird hats. My boy got drip. You either born with the drip or you ain't got it.
He ain't got that. Okay, that's a discussion for another podcast. We ain't talking about it.
He gets an invite from me to come back next week.
I like Luis.
Listen, hold on. Check this out. His arm strength is not there anymore.
Right.
That's 100%.
That's my issue.
That's the legs are there.
Exactly what I was going to say, man.
Look, he could look.
Who he throwing it to?
Yeah,
Listen,
thank you. Who
you're
was
right.
catching the ball?
It doesn't matter. You can see when guys
Wes,
just don't have the zip anymore.
Listen, you know that his arm strength is not there anymore because listen.
I'm hoping he was just hurt.
3 years ago, Cam Newton was a fantasy beast, and this is what this show is all about, right? We talk fantasy. If you took Cam Newton, you were getting 25 to 45 points every week, no question. You could count it like a paycheck in the bank. However, we said it that New England was not the right fit for him. Fine. I think he still has juice in the tank on the right team. You give that guy some receivers, and that guy's a top 10 quarterback. That's my opinion.
Armstrong isn't everything. Remember, Chad Pennington from the Jets was new to arm, but he was winning.
Nice.
Drew Brees is
Nice.
new to arm, and he be winning. Okay?
Hold up. Drew Brees, noodle arm? Come
No.
on, man.
Bro, he
Drew
can
Brees,
go past
hey.
50
a
yards.
lot too.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen, you Saint
But
hater.
wait,
Listen,
Now,
you Saint hater.
he's like
Hold on.
100,
Yeah, hold on.
6
Louis is a
broken
Saint hater.
ribs.
He's a
one
Saint
lung.
hater. Don't listen to him.
I mean,
anyway, though, Wes, you asked the question: Is there 32
more
quarterbacks better than him?
No.
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 He's
No.
somewhere in the mix.
yeah, he's number
Question is-
31 or 30.
Come on, Carlos.
So,
I don't think it's quite that bad as Carlos is making it out to be.
hey,
But
what-
I still put him. I probably put him in the 20s, in the high 20s.
so,
But you know, what are you really getting out of him? Is the question.
so check this
And how
out.
much does he have left in the tank?
Carlos made a great point. He said that Garoppolo is going back home to be with Uncle Billy, right? I'd
Yeah.
love to see Cam Newton. To me, one of Cam Newton's most perfect fits, San Francisco. Good receivers,
Nah.
good
Nah,
defense, good O-line.
Not good scheme for him. He needs a different
Yeah.
team.
I said
Nah.
the one football team, he can go back to daddy. Him and daddy got a good relationship.
Well, he
They
mentioned that
work.
they talked about that on the I Am Athlete podcast. He was like Riverboat.
Hey.
The Washington football team makes it great, dude. Terry
I
McLaurin
think
is
that's
a
a
number
much better
one
match.
receiver. Terry McLaurin will
He's
be at
nasty. Nasty.
dude. He'll
Well, and
be
here's the
top
thing,
5
though, you
wide
got a top
receiver.
five.
And you
defense,
then
too.
you guys gonna be like, well, where did Cam get all this arm strength from? He's throwing it deep to Terry McLaurin. Like, there's nothing in New England for him to throw it deep.
Where's
No,
Teddy
you're
Ginn?
right.
That's
Where's-
why Tom left. That's why we were saying Tom fell off the cliff, because Bill never had no talent. Now Tom is in Tampa Bay, and he's got all these weapons, and we like, oh shit, Jameis Winston must have really sucked because Tom Brady took the same group to the fucking Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I admit. I mean,
You
of
got to
course
think of
he's
the
going to be
surroundings of these guys.
right. I'm sure he's going to be better in a better situation. But the question is really what we're getting at is how good, and do you really think like you can bring them back to where they were, like Carolina Panthers Super Bowl? You know,
No, because they
With any
use
team.
Cam. They use Cam different in that power eye, the Super Bowl year. With that, with him running.
Yeah.
I just think that I don't think Cam is washed, and I think you guys are throwing away MVP talent, and it's only been about less than 5 years, and I'm like, he's still got something.
You know
there.
what? I could definitely see him in like a turf type of field.
If he can get healthy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my question.
like a
That's my
Minnesota,
question. Is he healthy?
New Orleans, that they play in a dome most of the time. He could run, he could throw, he could do a lot of things and and have a line, a little bit of a
Orange
line.
is in love with Jameis Winston, apparently.
Yeah, they
Oh,
are,
shit.
man. They are. Well, I'll give you my 2 quarterbacks. Since everyone picked the guys on their team, we'll start off with Joey Football, Mr. Joe Burrow.
Wow, well, that's his
I
nickname.
think if Joe comes back healthy, and this is for all of you, Danny.
Played
by
2
the way-
games and now he's Mr. Football.
Hey, shut your mouth back there. It was 6 games. Listen, to all of you, Danny. Fuck you, by the way. Bengals rule.
Off you, Danny. Shut up.
That's my dude, off you, Danny. Welcome to the family, buddy, like I said. But no, if Joe Burrow can stay healthy and the Bengals do something right, which again is like it's like hoping the Texans doing something right. You just never know. If they get that offensive line, they protect him, dude, the dude's gonna be an animal. The guys, I mean, I think he showed it. I mean, I'm the first one to admit it. At the beginning of the season, I was very apprehensive because again, I look at the statistics over the years that these number 1 picks and these number 1 quarterbacks just don't always pan out.
Yeah.
Poor
But
Burrow
Bengals.
got swag, though.
But Joe got swag and Joe was throwing the ball, man. So I mean,
Yeah, the thing is though, you can't have him throwing the ball 50 times a game. That's
Yeah.
no, you got to. But
Not behind that.
at the same time, listen, Mike. But at the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
time, Mixon was hurt majority of the season anyway.
Right. Well,
You know?
that's what I was leading to. But to your point, you need an O-line. You need to be able to run the ball, protect the kid. Then I think he's going to be a superstar. I said that from day one. I told you that when you were in denial of it.
I was.
And,
Hey.
Also, if you remember,
I think
predicted that
everybody had
national
to talk
championship
Joe
game when
Burrow.
you guys were
Hey.
not so high on him. Then.
Listen,
Everybody had to
Yeah.
talk Mitch into Joe Burrow, boy.
And
Just saying.
You guys talked me into him, and I even got a shirt, a Joe Burrow shirt. I ain't gonna front.
Hey, man.
Hey.
You saw what he did at LSU? That was disgusting. I mean, that season.
But we've seen other guys do we've seen other guys do that as well. Look,
no,
I'm
and the way he spanked, not only did he,
dude, he whooped Clemson, dude. He had like
he whooped
7
Trevor
touchdowns.
Lawrence all over the field, bro.
And Mitch and Lee both had Clemson, and I had LSU by a mile. And
Me too.
Who was right on that one?
All right,
Yeah,
we're not
Joe
talking
Burrow.
about betting right now. We're talking about quarterbacks. Let's get back to it. So the next one I'm going to talk about is Justin Herbert.
Oh,
I think the ceiling. There's no ceiling for this
He's
kid.
nasty, dude.
He is so nasty, and they got to. Now I will say this though, they're about to lose possibly Hunter Henry.
He's garbage. He's always hurt.
Yeah,
that's all right, though.
He's like 100 years old. What is he,
listen,
30,
you
31?
need a good as a quarterback in this league. You need a good tight end to be your safety valve. Okay, and Hunter Henry is a good tight end. So hey, wherever Hunter Henry goes, I think he's going to be successful. But no, Justin Herbert. Let me tell you something. I watched this kid on
Keenan Allen's a good Val too.
Oh, he's a great valve for him.
Yeah.
But I watched Justin Herbert on Hard Knocks, right? And the kid impressed me on the show. And look, if you're a football fan, you knew Tyrod Taylor was going to go down at some point. Unfortunately, the puncture
they're wrong, man. Too soon.
That was terrible.
Too soon, man.
Dude, he has the worst luck in the world. That guy.
Yeah.
But you know what? He steadily collects paychecks through these different teams.
And
I mean,
the other question mark though about Herbert is 2 coaches in 2 years already, right off the bat.
Yeah, I was surprised about that
system.
coaching. I was surprised about that.
Yeah, that's annoying.
coaching.
You know.
Yeah.
You hate that for the young kids. Then they got to learn a whole new system all over again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, look, I think Herbert's he has all the talent in the world to just be that guy, and
all I gotta say is, as a rookie, he threw for 4,300 yards and 31 touchdowns.
Hey,
I think he was the surprise of the draft. I mean, granted, he was drafted number 2 overall, but I don't think anybody expected him to be as good as he was.
Oh, man, you know he was badass in Oregon. You know that.
Yeah, of course, but how many kids are like that, and then they
Joey
go to
Harrington?
and they struggle,
good one.
so many times. You know?
Detroit gets him, and he sucks.
David Carr.
How many times are number
David
1
Carr
quarterbacks?
Hold on, we got to show respect to the Carr because of that's his brother, Raiders quarterback.
David Carr wasn't.
Yeah, but David Carr coming into the league, dude, he was touted as like the next one.
Mm-hmm.
He went to Houston and spent
got
more time on his back.
trampled on.
Prostitute. Dude, he laid down, dude. Like he was the welcome mat at that fucking place, and he had talent.
Yeah, but when you ain't got no O-line protecting you, you taking hits left and right.
Yo, real quick. Hey, Wes, Joker got a T.
Did he?
Yeah, dude.
All right, they're back to talking basketball. We're good. We're good.
Luka got the game winner today.
No. It's great. No, that's what this podcast is about. Dropping the dime. Hey, Carlos, dropping the dime. What's going? What game we watching? What's going on?
No, Portland, Denver, and Joker is pretty calm dude, and for him to get a T, which is funny because he didn't really do much. He got a T.
I mean, Luis will tell you he lives his basketball dreams, man.
Who's your team? The Hornets?
I like the Hornets, bruh.
I'm a Knicks, baby, all day.
Knicks, burn and turn, baby. Burn and turn is the New York way of life. Burning and turning town. It's like modern day economics in the U.S., baby.
Hey,
Yeah, it's the unfortunate part of having the worst owner in sports, Mr. James Dolan.
And but listen, my Hornets, they're up and coming, baby.
Hey,
LaMelo
I like
Ball.
your Hornets.
I like
LaMelo?
I like LaMelo.
I like LaMelo, man. He's
That kid's
nasty.
for real, apparently.
I coach
Yeah.
basketball and I play basketball all the time. I play in the Sunday Spanish League. Every Sunday I got a game, bro. We got the ship last year.
Good for you.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, I can send you guys the picture. For some reason, he had to share the picture with me. So. No, for real though. No, for real. I could vouch for him. He coaches. He plays. He's sort of good, I guess.
Really, Mitch?
I've never seen him. I've
the
never seen him on
interaction.
the
Hey,
court.
Mitch, never vouch for me, bro.
I know, right?
Hey, I work
I
with
play
this guy.
basketball. Like, really?
I work
Like,
with
I
this
can't
guy.
get a Sunday game in or something?
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm ready for a pickup game. Whatever, dude. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. No, but
I gotta move to Charlotte to hang with you dudes.
I'm telling you, man,
Man.
the housing market's great down here. Come on down, but hey, there's a house for sale right down the block. I tried Wes's daughter tried to talk him into buying it the other day, so you better move fast, man. So, but no, again, that's what this podcast is about. We talk about everything. Next week we're gonna. I think what we should do. Let's talk about some running backs. Expectations. Who was it? One of you guys sent it out in the chat today about Aaron Jones. Carlos. I mean, talk about that for a second with Aaron Jones.
Well, just real quick, they have the best time to sign him because they could. First of all, they got $21 million in cap space. If they reconstruct a few contracts, that's a plus 15. And if they cut others, that's another plus. So $62.3 million potential to sign a big boy quarterback, running back like Aaron Jones.
And that's what
Yeah.
Miami?
Miami, yep.
I also heard potentially them just franchise tagging him, and I believe it's only $8 million to franchise.
Yep. And that's the most he's ever made because remember, he was a fifth-round pick from UTEP?
Right. So I think it makes sense
Running backs
for
ain't
them to do
making
that.
no money, man.
No, they don't make the cheese like they used to because they get hurt like in the first
It's
3
a
years.
quarterback league now, man. It's
The
a
life
quarterback and receiver
expectancy
league.
is 2 years of a running back in the NFL. So
Yeah. Look at Zeke. All that blah, blah, blah. He got hurt eating cereal. You know what I mean?
You
yeah,
fed
I
him more.
doubt
You
you're
could
going to
see
see
he
any
was a
more
little out
big
there, man.
long-term contracts on running backs anymore.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
you won't see long-term deals.
Well, hey, look, fellas. I think that this was a powerful show. Hey, Twitch. I don't know what you're thinking right now, but you got the most dangerous podcast in the history on your channel right now. So y'all mugs better watch out. Twitch,
Luis, come on back, man.
Luis,
Hey, yeah, man.
back, buddy.
I'm always down to come back. I like getting under
You know what I'm
Mitch's
saying?
skin.
Hey.
That's my boy.
Nice.
I mean,
When I'm in
look what we did.
when I'm in
Episode
Charlotte, you gotta
1.
put me on some Mexican food.
I got you, bro. I got
Hey.
you.
Episode 1 on Twitch, and we got a guest live. It's crazy. This is what we do. There's no D-Bab in this world, right? Come on, tell. Let me get one D-Bab. Come on, Luis.
Come on, D-Babe. Hey, but listen, I know I'm a big football fan. I'm a sports fan, period. But
Me too.
just a question for the chat. I mean, I don't know if you guys are around here or not. Like the Chargers, they already have no fans, COVID or not. But high school football starts this Friday in North Carolina. How crazy is that?
I'm in I lived in Wake Forest. We were champions for 2 or 3 years straight. So, it's big out here, high school football. Friday Night Lights, baby.
Yeah, but but there's a lot of schools that are not participating, Luis. That's the
Yeah, but you know where I'm from. We participate. We in the L. You see, my boy Cash is going to get drafted, and Sage going to get drafted in the NFL this year from Lincolnton.
You want to talk high school football? I'm down here in South Florida, so.
It's football all year round.
They're serious about their high school football down here.
Oh yeah.
No, but no, I we talk about everything here. So you could be our high school football aficionado.
Now I got y'all everything, bro. Soccer.
I'm just saying, But
we all forgetting baseball. Baseball is big, man.
Baseball is huge, man. Huge. And listen, we're gonna do a baseball special here soon. As you can
gotta
see,
wait for the season to come. We got to do college.
We got 4. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. Before you guys fall in love with Luis, tell him who your team is.
Oh God.
What baseball team?
Yes.
The Dodgers, baby. LA Dodgers.
That's all right.
See,
That's okay.
you
That's all
had
right.
3 friends. You had 3 friends. They ain't your friends no more.
I ain't mad
They
at
ain't
that.
your
I
friends
ain't mad
no
at
more.
I
that.
thought you were gonna say the Red
Got
Sox.
one.
As long as it's not the Red
Hey,
Sox.
you saw
that's cool.
Tatis?
Exactly. That's what I
14.
thought you was gonna say, Mike. I thought you was gonna say Red Sox.
Right?
No,
I mean,
no,
I
no.
was
No,
waiting for it.
Wes, you know him and I wouldn't be really good friends if he was a Red Sox fan, you know.
You see that monster contract Tatis got? 14 years, 340.
Man, these baseball contracts are out of control, my man.
Dude,
Yeah.
holy shit!
They are out of control.
Those are
bro.
generation
Carlos.
changes.
Carlos, I heard a stat. The dude hasn't even had 150 at bats yet.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Crazy.
That's crazy. When you throw
Yeah.
that money at him, and I'm
Yeah.
like, he ain't even got over
Dude,
200
dude,
at bats.
what was it? But wait, hold on a second. Hold on, real quick. Let's talk about that real quick, though, before we go. 14 years, 434 million. That was the contract, right?
Yeah.
He ain't gonna see that whole contract.
Why?
Why not?
Baseball's guaranteed.
Not all of it.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Well,
it
Yeah,
is.
it is.
He'll go to another team.
Yo,
I'm
the
saying-
Mets are still paying Bobby Bonilla.
Listen. He's gonna go to another team and
Yeah,
finish
but
that
he'll
contract.
still the
still
contract
get
will
that
still
money.
transfer over. Whoever trades for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
just transfer
He just
over.
won't spend it
Yeah.
on one team.
Shout
so.
out to Bobby Bonilla, who gets paid to 2020. Was it 2025?
I
Yeah,
wanna
$1
say-
million a year or something.
Unbelievable.
I think
That
it's
was-
2032.
2032. Way
That's
to go,
crazy.
Mets fans. Way to
How old
go.
is he? Like 50-something years old now?
Dude,
Okay.
hey, yeah,
Bobby,
you guys,
he hasn't
have you
swung a
guys-
bat in like 15 years.
hey, have you guys ever seen
I
Forrest
don't even
Gump?
remember what a baseball bat looks like.
Hey, have you guys seen the movie Forrest Gump?
Yes.
You know, at the end of the movie when he's sitting there with his son and his son goes off to school and he says, "I'll be sitting here waiting for you when I get back."
Wait for you.
That's Bobby Bonilla every year, waiting by the mailbox.
So
I'm
hey,
about to get me a check for $1 million.
he retired in 2000, and
In
he's
2000,
been paid all the way to 2025, 1.2 million.
1.2 million every year.
I'm doing nothing.
Nothing.
That's
Nothing.
what they call doing it right, folks.
That's gangster.
Shout out
That
to
is-
Bobby Bonilla, the biggest gangster in baseball history. Bobby Bonilla. Yo, if anyone knows Bobby Bonilla, knows his email, his Twitter, reach out to him. We want you on this show because you're gangster. You are the
Carlos,
most.
they showing the highlight of Luca.
Luka,
yeah.
hey.
Oh, yo, hold up.
Luka,
Hey,
he's not the best 3-point shooter, but he clutch.
Yeah,
hey,
he is,
James.
right.
Wes, you were right. 2035. My bad.
2035. That's crazy.
2035 at 1.2 million.
Wow.
Ridiculous, dude.
He
He still
retired
got 10
over
more
20 years ago.
20 years ago,
That's
and you're still
crazy.
getting paid. That's
Yeah.
craziness. Listen, man, we are not like every other podcast, Twitch.
Mm-mm.
We ain't about the bells and whistles. We ain't about the fancy schmancy stuff here and there. This is raw as it gets. You get the 4-man crew. You get the greatest co-host. You get the soul of the stats. You get the angriest mother effer in the history of podcasting. And then
And we got Luis.
And then you get Luis. He's like the
Live
extra
guest
guy,
appearance.
you know, he's like that guy. And look, again, shout out to the interns. Without y'all, we ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yo,
hit the
shout
email
out to
box.
Sammy and Lucas.
Word.
Hit the email box. nomanfantasyfootball@gmail.com. Go to the YouTube page. Subscribe, like, comment. Tell your mama, your grandmama, your pappy. Tell your side chick, your other chick. Tell your side chicks, man. I don't care who you tell, but tell everybody. We on here every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. We're going to be twitching it up. Look, we're the new kings of
Twitching
Twitch.
it up. That shit still sounds funny to me.
What's that? The
Twitching it
Twitch?
up.
Twitching it up,
So
man.
you got a little.
Hey, what do you call them? Look,
Dude,
they call TikTokers. They call TikTokers. What do they call Twitchers? I don't know.
Which is, I don't know.
I don't know.
Good question.
I don't know. But yo, from my fam to yours, peace out. We love y'all. This is how we do. We love y'all, people. Peace